This is a video presentation for the CASE Introduction to Agriculture, Food, and Natural Resources course. As you view this video, be sure to make notes of important information. Feel free to pause, repeat, and resume the video whenever necessary. Communicating effectively, Lesson 2.1, Listen to Me. The following presentation will help you prepare for future formal speaking and introduction assignments. There are four main categories of communication: verbal, nonverbal, written, and visual. People use these forms of communication every day. In this lesson, you will be focusing on developing your verbal, nonverbal, and written communication skills in both formal and informal settings. Most conversations you have are informal communication. Formal verbal communications include speeches and presentations for an audience. Verbal communication requires both speaking and listening. Nonverbal communication is often overlooked. Your body language, posture, facial expressions, and other nonverbal communications often say as much or more than words you say. With careful observation, you can determine what a person's body language communicates. Written communication can also be both formal, such as research papers and news articles, and informal, such as text messages or notes. Visual communication includes displays, graphics, carts, and even memes in social media. While you may think of speeches being only verbal communication, powerful speeches often combine verbal, nonverbal, and visual communication styles. Persuasive speeches are meant to influence how the audience thinks or feels about a topic. Informational speeches simply provide information about a topic for the audience to consider. Special occasion speeches range from introductions to toasts, from graduation speeches to accepting an award. The success of a speech depends on the topic and material. A good speaker will anticipate audience interest and create the speech to fit the audience's wants and needs. A speaker is also assessed on his or her voice, expression, presence, and effect. These characteristics are just as important in less formal communications. Be aware of how you present yourself in these traits in all conversations. The words you say are very important, but the way you say those words also communicates your message. Good articulation, feeling, pitch, emphasis, volume, and force all affect your message positively. Negative voice effects include speaking in monotone, speaking too softly, no variation in volume, and speaking without force. Presence is the combination of nonverbal cues you give when speaking to others. Correct posture, poise, confidence, and ease will help your audience focus on your message. If you're confident, your audience will be more likely to take you seriously. The speaker lacking presence will exhibit poor posture, negative body language or facial expressions, or nervousness. Fluency, emphasis, directness, and sincerity influence your audience's impression about you and therefore your message. Repeated stumbling over difficult words, awkward pauses, incorrect pronunciations, avoiding your audience, or insincerity will lose your audience. For added effect, your speech should be interesting, understandable, engaging, and attention-getting. Remember to consider who your audience is and what they need to know from your speech. As a review, mark or highlight 3 key points in your notes that are important to remember from this presentation. List 2 ideas or concepts that relate to previous knowledge. List any questions you have about this topic and discuss these questions with your instructor. Keep any notes you have from this presentation organized and available for use throughout the course. I'd like to introduce, you will practice proper handshakes and then interview a classmate. Use that interview information to prepare and present a formal introduction. You will utilize multiple forms of communication and practice strong voice, presence, and expression. Your teacher will assign you a partner for this activity